Alright, so what do I think about your question for the president? I like the enthusiasm that you have, your passion that you have for the environment. I love, people who care about the environment, who want to help, who actually care about the future of the world and our, descendants who are going to receive this world that, it should really be a gift from us to them and the way we're going to pass it on. So that being said, it's good that you care, but let's make sure that we're blaming the right people here. President Obama ran on a campaign, a positive campaign for the environment. He supports cap and trade, which would limit the amount of emissions that companies who pollute the government are allowed to have on the government. You cap it off at a certain level, and then what you go beyond that is actually a form of a commodity which companies have to trade, so there's not just limitless pollution. So what the president's saying is that nuclear power, we have to make sure it's clean, how that the waste is stored safely, so it doesn't affect anyone negatively. He's saying that clean coal technology is what he supports, not dirty coal, and that he understands that some people out there think that there's no such thing as clean coal, but that if it has to be done, let's do it in a clean way. And then offshore drilling is something that he sort of tentatively supports, I think, and only in places where it absolutely must be done, or places where there's no disagreement about it, is what I think Obama supports. That's the impression that I get. But obviously what you're saying, that we need efficiency, wind and solar power, President Obama supports all of that, as well as biodiesel. So President Obama is on your side. So there shouldn't be a misunderstanding here. So he supports all the clean energy sources and clean energy consumption and policies that you support. He just goes a little further and says, well, the economy is bad. We should, if we are going to need it, make nuclear energy and power plants clean and safe. And then he compares it to economies like China and India, who are already using that type of technology. And then he mentions let's also keep coal clean too. And he does mention offshore drilling, which is a controversial issue. I was actually surprised that he came out in support of possible offshore drilling in a State of the Union. I was surprised. However, I think, like most Democrats or liberals, it tends to be an issue that liberals care more about the environment. Not only do they care more, I think more importantly is they know what steps to take to actually help the environment. And I think while Obama might be compromising on some issues here to remain in sort of the centrist field that he likes to occupy for electoral viability, nonetheless, I think where his heart is on keeping the environment safe and on taking the right policies to do so.